Hey everyone, I'm finally back after an amazing 10-day vacation of the United Kingdom. Even while I was traveling and exploring new places, I still managed to make money trading, and the best part is, I only placed a few trades the entire time because I was always on the go. This is exactly why I left corporate America. Trading gives me the freedom to work from anywhere in the world without the pressure of answering constant emails while on my vacation or feeling guilty about taking time off that I rightfully earned. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can do the same, how to use simple credit spreads to grow your account and create a lifestyle that gives you real flexibility and peace of mind. Hi, my name's Gotham, and on this channel, I talk about the stock market and achieving financial freedom with the power of options trading. So if you enjoy content that can help you retire early and achieve financial freedom, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and family. Also, if you are new to the options world, or are simply looking for one-on-one guidance to help you shortcut years of trial and error and avoid costly mistakes, click on the coaching link below and I'll be honored to help you out. A quick disclaimer before we get started that the information provided in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. I'm simply showing you my trades and how I trade, and this should not be considered financial advice. Having said that, let's jump in and get started. So what are credit spreads? A credit spread is when you sell one option and buy another one on the same stock with the same expiration date, just a different strike price. As the name suggests, you get a credit at the time of opening the spread. And why I like credit spreads is because the risk and the reward is clearly defined before you enter into the position. So first, let's look at a call credit spread. A call credit spread, also known as a bear credit spread, is a slightly neutral to bullish option strategy where you sell a call option and simultaneously buy another call option on the same underlying asset and with the same expiration date but a slightly higher strike price. Our goal when utilizing this strategy is that the price of the underlying asset remains below the strike price of the short call, and in that case, both options expire worthless and we get to pocket 100% of the premium that we collected at the time that we opened the spread. If we talk about risk and reward, I touched on this earlier, and this is one of the reasons why I like trading credit spreads is because the risk and the reward is clearly defined before you enter into a position. The maximum profit is the initial credit that you receive at the time of opening the credit spread, and the max loss is limited to the width of your spread less the premium that you received at the time of opening your position. So let's take an example of a call credit spread on QQQ. Let's assume that QQQ is currently trading at $540 and you believe that it'll stay below $545 by the end of this week. So in this case, you would sell the 545 call option and you would buy the $550 call option for protection. At the time we opened the spread, we collected a premium of $1, but again, one options contract represents 100 shares. So 1 times 100 would be $100. So that's the initial credit that we receive at the time of opening this position. So that would be the max profit for opening one call credit spread on QQQ. If we talk about max loss, the max loss would be the width of our spread, which is $5. In this case, less the premium that we received, which is $1. So that means our max loss is 400, which is taking the $5 width of the spread and subtracting the $1 premium that we collected, which was a credit at the time of opening the spread. So $400 would be the max loss in case the trade does not go in your favor. However, you should never let a position run into max loss, and you should always exit the position anywhere from 2x to 3x the amount of premium that you received at the time of opening the spread. So for example, in this case, if you received $1, which is basically $100, and you notice that the position is starting to go against you, you would ideally want to get out of the position when your trade is a negative 200 or a negative 300, depending on your risk tolerance. So again, all you need at expiration is for QQQ to remain below the 545 strike price, which was the strike price of our sold call option. Next, let's talk about the exact flip of a call credit spread, which is known as a put credit spread, also known as a bull put spread. So in this strategy, you would sell a put option and buy another put option with a lower strike price on the same underlying stock and the same expiration date. In return, you would receive a credit for opening this position. Our goal at the time of opening a put credit spread is for the underlying assets price to stay above the short put's strike price at expiration, allowing both options to expire worthless and allowing you to keep 100% of the premium that you collected at the time of opening the trade. Again, if we talk about risk and reward, it is clearly defined before you open your position, with the max profit being the credit received at the time of opening the position, and the max loss limited to the width of the spread less the premium received at the time of opening the position. So let's take an example of a put credit spread on QQQ again. Let's assume that QQQ is currently trading at $540 and you believe that it'll stay above $535 by the end of this week. So in this case, you would sell the 535 put option and you would simultaneously buy a $530 put option for protection to define your risk. You would collect a premium of $1, which is basically $100 for opening this put credit spread, and your max loss again would be $400, which is taking the width of the spread, which is $5, and subtracting the premium received. So basically $500 less 100, and your max loss is 400. Again, you never want to let your position get to max loss, and you want to cut it out before it gets to a max loss position. So all we would need for QQQ to do at expiration is to stay above the short put strike price, which is $535. And in that case, you would pocket 100% of the premium that you received at the time of opening the trade. So next, let's do a live example and let me show you how you could put a put credit spread together in your favorite trading platform. So I'm using Thinkorswim Web here, and we have a Robinhood currently trading at around $135. And I'm going to go ahead and open the options chain a week out for October 31st. So if I look at the expected move for Robinhood, I see that it's about $11. So subtracting $11 from 135 gets us to the $124 strike price. So if I look at the $124 strike price, that is a delta of 18. And simply that means that there is an 18% chance of a Robinhood getting to that stock price by expiration, which is next Friday. Now, if you want to be safer, you can go down one strike price. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and select the 124 strike price. And by clicking on the bid, I've selected to sell the short put. And basically that's one leg of the put credit spread. Now we want to go down 5 strike prices to the 119 strike price, and we will buy the 119 put option for protection and to define our risk, which is basically a $5 spread. So once I do that, as you can see right now, I would collect a premium of 65 cents or $65 for opening this put credit spread. And my max loss would be the width of the spread, which is $5. That equates to $500 less the premium received, which is $65 in this case. So that means if the trade goes against me and I don't cut it, the max loss that I could potentially have in this case would be about $435. However, as I mentioned earlier, you should never let a position get to max loss, and you should always cut your trade before it gets to a max loss position. For us to achieve a max profit, all we would need for Robinhood to do at expiration is to stay above the $124 strike price, which is the strike price of our short put. However, if you notice that right after opening the spread that the position starts going in your favor and the stock continues to rise, you can obviously exit your position before the expiration date, which is next Friday in this case, and you can exit your trade for a profit of anywhere from 50% or higher if you don't want to take the risk of running into expiration and the market turning against you. Another crucial point that I want to make, and why the spreads are a great strategy if you're a small account with a balance of $5,000, $15,000, or even under $20,000, is that it does not require a lot of capital to open up a spread versus selling cash secured puts on your favorite stock. So in this example, if I were to just sell one cash secured put on the $124 strike price, that would require a collateral of 12,400, which is simply taking the strike price 124 and multiplying it by 100, because one options contract lets you control 100 shares. But now by opening a $5 spread, all we needed is a collateral of $500, which is absolutely fantastic if you're a small account and are looking to scale your account and taking it to the next level. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything useful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below with your thoughts or questions. If you would like one-on-one coaching directly with me, click on the first link in the description below, and I'd love to help you out.